Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into a long-term review of my 1/4" drive Carlyle Comfort Grip ratchet. We're going to be doing quite a bit of long-term review videos here in the coming future, so stay tuned for those. Some tools being 1 to 2 years old, some of them being upwards of 10 years old. So we're going to get into a lot of tools, just my personal thoughts on them. We'll go over specs, features, pricing. I'm going to try and keep these videos fairly short, around 10 minutes or so. Still provide you guys with a lot of information, provide pros and cons of each tool, what I've kind of grown to notice over the years of using them. So I really hope you guys enjoy and get some good information out of these videos. I will have the products linked down in the description for you guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. So here we're looking at the long-term review on the Carlyle ratchet. This is my 1/4" drive. I did recently do a long-term review on my Milwaukee long locking flex head 1/4" drive. I went over it and showed all of my other flex head 1/4" drive ratchets. This over here, we just have some of my other non flex head 1/4" drive ratchets. So getting into this Carlyle, I've had this for roughly 7 years, I would say. And this is one of my favorite non-flex head 1/4" drive ratchets. The part number on this is going to be CHT R1490 1/4" drive 90 tooth design. With that 90 tooth design, you are getting a 4-degree arc swing. It is very smooth, very low back drag. I would say it's not quite as smooth as my Milwaukee that I just reviewed, but it is still very, very smooth. It is a non-quick release design. It does have a comfort grip. Carlyle has a ton of different options, and they also have their new design ratchets out as well with the black and lime green colors. They still do offer this design though. I'm not sure if it's going to be going away in the future though, that I'm not sure of. It is a nice slim profile, quite a bit slimmer than my Snap-on. Here's my other Carlyle that I've had probably a year shorter than this. I've had this one probably 7 years, had this one probably 6 years. I believe this is a 60 tooth though, non-comfort grip. There you can see the two different head designs. Overall, the shape is the same. The reverse switch is a little different. The backing plate method is different. This one uses Phillips. This one uses a locking ring in the back. It is not like your typical snap ring with your 2 eyelets that you can use snap ring pliers on. This one you just kind of gotta fish out with a pick or a screwdriver, and we'll get into that during the teardown. But it does have a nice slim design and a comfort grip, which isn't typical on something this short. This does come in at about 5 3/8 inches long. So real quickly, the things that I like about this ratchet is the length. It's still very short, able to get into tight spots, still very comfortable in the hand due to having a comfort grip. Not that non-comfort grips aren't comfortable, but it is nice having an assortment of comfort grips. It just feels good in the hand. It's not like they shrunk the comfort grip to where it's too small. Maybe if you got big bear paws, it'll still feel small, but they did a good job on the comfort grip sizing as far as the size of this ratchet. The socket retention is also really good on this ratchet. And I would say it's probably diminished a little bit. It definitely used to be stiffer, but it's still got really good socket retention. Like I stated, it's got really low back drag. Not the lowest, but pretty dang low back drag. And then the comfort grip. The comfort grip has been amazing. It holds up well. It's seen plenty of brake clean and grease, and it's held up well. It is a dual material. You kind of got a harder plastic where the yellow is, and then the blue is a rubberized portion. And then the Carlyle is kind of it's kind of raised through the rubber. It's kind of hard to explain or show, but if you've used a Carlyle ratchet, you can feel it over top of the rubber portion. On the bottom side there, you probably can't read it, but it does say R1490 for 1/4" drive 90 tooth. The dislikes are going to be the pricing for it. Carlyle, when their stuff is not on sale, is sometimes just outrageous for what it is. they don't really have a whole lot of USA made stuff. A lot of it is Taiwan and other countries, which, not saying that that's bad, it's still really good quality, but a lot of their stuff, in the quality range that they fall into, there are tons of other brands that you can get the same quality for a much better price. They have a lot of their stuff priced more towards USA professional tool brand pricing. But when you can catch them on sale or their deal of the month or whatever, you can get really good deals on these. So it's really just a matter of timing your purchase and making sure you get the best deal on them, because I would not pay full price for a lot of their hand tools, unfortunately. But I have tons of experience with Carlyle, used them for many years, and beat on them for many years, and they are definitely a durable tool brand. But the pricing, when not on sale, is not great. This is around $85 when not on sale. So probably, I mean, it's getting close to my Snap-on over here, and definitely much more expensive than any of the other. Obviously I didn't pay the full 85, but its full pricing is closer or much more expensive than any of the other 1/4" drive ratchets that I own. The Gear Wrench 120 XP, when purchased by itself, is around $33. The Gear Wrench 90 tooth is anywhere from $25 to $35. The Snap-on is around $130. I got this one going to college though, so I got a student discount on it. The Carlyle non-comfort grip is $33, and the King Dick, which I don't have pricing on it because you basically have to get it on eBay or find somebody else. I honestly don't even know where I got this, but it is also a fantastic ratchet, which I've probably had for about 7 or 8 years. Very, very slim profile to this ratchet. But let's go ahead and tear this down. Like I showed you, the snap ring or locking ring is a little bit different than what you see on a lot of other ratchets. Nice, smooth, non-quick release design. Recessed reverse switch. Operates very smoothly, no binding or anything like that. Very low profile. And the comfort grip is great for this small of a ratchet. So let's go ahead and tear it down. Kind of just gotta work a small flat blade in there and pull it out. Then you have your backing plate, which there you can see kind of the cutout for the locking plate. The locking ring kind of sits on that backing plate and takes up the rest of the space. And then a lot of the main gear actually comes through the backing plate. As you can see here, this hole is a little bit larger than what you typically see on a backing plate. There you can see the main gear, 90 tooth design. It could definitely use some lubrication. Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I lubricated this ratchet. I try to do my ratchets at least once a year, but it has been a hot minute. There you can see the pawl, a lot of nice fine teeth, a lot of tooth engagement, and not that I put a lot of pressure on this or put a lot of torque on this ratchet, but it has done fantastic. And just like the Milwaukee, not sure if you guys can read that or if it'll focus or not, but it does say 1/4" drive, and I believe that says 90 tooth over there. Let me go ahead and get this reassembled. Here's just a quick look at the internals of the ratchet. There you can see the reverse switch is kind of tucked down in there. So let me just go ahead and get this reassembled. So there it is, reassembled. And overall, one of my favorite non-flex head 1/4" drive ratchets. So once again, I will try to have this link down in the description, but I think it's only worth purchasing when you can find it on sale. But definitely a good, reliable ratchet. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.